let's not waste time. Today we are going to talk about something that's very, very close to my heart, and this is on the different ways to deal with your heartbreak. Hi loves, and welcome back to my haven of healing. I don't know, I think you haven't helped me and come up with a name for what these particular sessions are, so I decided to just call it Haven of Healing. Deal with it. Today we are going to talk about something that's very, very close to my heart, and this is on the different ways to deal with your heartbreak. Before I go into this video, I just wanted to point out to you all is the fact that this whole time, right, in my last 5 videos, I've been looking here. Alright, and the reason being is because I wasn't looking directly at the camera, I was looking at how I looked and, looking at myself because I'm such a narcissist. But I was trying to look at how I looked on the screen rather than looking at you directly to speak to you. So I'm so sorry about that. Sorry. But yeah, so thank you so much for coming back to another video of doing what I do best, which is talk. Alright. Please subscribe below if you haven't already. It means so much to me that you tune in every week, but to ensure that I constantly do this every week, obviously I have to take a lot of time out of my free time from writing, from everything else to create these videos for you, because I want to be as helpful as I can in every way. So please subscribe below and like, comment and share as you do every week, so thank you. So let's go into today's video and talk about the 4 ways to deal with heartbreak. Now before we go into it, I just want to clarify that when I say heartbreak, I mean heartbreak from a variety of things. It doesn't necessarily need to mean heartbreak from a relationship. It can mean heartbreak from a dating ship, heartbreak from a friendship where you had feelings for this particular person but they didn't like you back, or you both liked each other back but it didn't work out. So I mean healing from heartbreak, which results from a variety of things. So the first tip on how to deal with heartbreak is to get out of denial. Accept that it's over, okay? So those of you who have bought my book Dear Self will be pleasantly surprised to know that there's a whole chapter on the denial stage and exactly what it involves and how we can get out of it. But briefly summarized, the denial stage is where we refuse to experience the emotions associated with heartbreak because we're so hell-bent on the idea that they're going to come back and it's not over yet. So the first thing that you need to do is accept that they are not going to come back. It is over, unfortunately. And I know that brings you a lot of pain. I know that you don't want to hear it, but this particular relationship, friendship, dating ship, whatever it was, it's over. In order to truly move on, you need to accept that it's over. Otherwise, you won't be able to move on. And in the near impossible possibility that they might come back, you don't know who you will be, you don't know where you'll be, you don't know whether you'll be with someone else. You don't want to place your life on hold on this possibility that they might come back, because that's precious healing time, that's precious moving on time, self-growth time, where you could put so much time into yourself and grow as a person. The second tip is to let yourself feel the emotions. I know how hard it feels. I know how much it hurts. I know that it hurts to the point where you can physically feel the pain inside your chest. I completely understand, but you need to let yourself feel those emotions. Do not block those emotions out. Let them pour out of you. Let yourself cry. Let yourself be as upset as your heart wants it to be. Just go through those emotions and experience that particular phase in your journey to move on. Don't let yourself or anyone else tell you that you need to just move on and get on with it, okay? Because every single person's journey is completely different. So don't force yourself. If you want to cry, cry. But don't feel guilty about it. Don't tell yourself off about crying. Don't tell yourself off about being sad. Even if you're someone who's normally very strong and, gets on with things straight away, you're probably shocked at the fact that your body's feeling all of these things, your heart is feeling all of these things, but just let the emotions flow. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. It's all a part of life, and it's a part of the healing journey that you need to go on. And this starts with you embracing that pain and letting yourself feel it entirely. The third tip on how to move on and how to deal with heartbreak is don't let your feelings overwhelm you. So you've accepted that you're feeling these particular emotions, you've let yourself feel them, you know, you're not reprimanding yourself for it. Reprimanding? I don't know. You're not reprimanding yourself for it. You're not, am I looking there again? Sorry. Here. As important as it is to feel those feelings, you cannot let them become you. You can't let them overwhelm you. You need to remember that this relationship, datingship, friendship, whatever it was a part of your life. It wasn't your whole life. And now that it's gone out of your life, it doesn't mean that your life is over. Just that particular part in your life is over. Yes, you can scream and shout and cry, but don't do that throughout the day. Just let yourself have that moment of where you can just completely explode and then get on with the rest of your day. Do not let yourself feel those emotions every single day, because they will overwhelm you, because that's not healthy and it's not good for you. Don't let your mind tell you that your whole life is over now that this relationship is over. Don't let your insecurities eat away at your confidence. Don't let your emotions become you and overwhelm you in a way where you're just not able to cope anymore. Remember, you had particular goals before they came along. You had particular dreams for the future. You had friends, you had a family, you had a job, you had a career, you had an education going for yourself. You had a life before they came, and you will continue to have a life even after they leave. The fourth tip on how to deal with heartbreak is to get closure. Now, let me explain that closure doesn't mean having a final conversation with your ex, okay? Often we think that it means that. Often we think that, okay, if I'm going to get closure with this person, I'm going to see them for the last time, I'm going to put my view forward for the last time, or it'll be a way for me to, you know, add a little bit more to the memories that we have together, or it'll be a way for me to put the final word in, and if they don't change their mind after this, then, you know, whatever. Or, well, not whatever, but you know, it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be a way for me to put that final word in. Or I'm gonna go get closure, and hopefully in this closure they will ask me for forgiveness. Closure does not mean that you can see that person, that particular person who broke your heart one last time, and you can sit them down and, you know, explain all the reasons why it should work, or just have that final word in and try to convince them to give it another go. Closure doesn't mean asking them all those questions that you have and getting answers for yourself from them. It means sitting yourself down, getting those answers for yourself, asking yourself those questions, writing everything down on paper if you must, to clear everything out in your head. Closure means closing that particular chapter for yourself, and in all honesty, you do not need that person to be able to get closure. Yes, sure, like if it's possible, if you want to, if it's important to you, go ahead. But if you can't, don't feel bad about it, and don't think that you can't get closure if you can't see them. You can sit yourself down and you can, you know, put all those questions forward to yourself, and you can answer them for yourself. Because frankly speaking, if it's over, okay, if things have ended in the way that they did, you already have your closure. You know that it ended, you knew all the signs that led to this particular end, and you should be able to answer those questions for yourself. So when I talk about closure, not there. When I talk about closure, I talk about sitting yourself down, writing about it, journaling about it, or just having a general conversation with yourself. And you are just as capable to answer those questions for yourself as that person is, frankly speaking. There are so many other ways in which you can deal with moving on from heartbreak. The reason why I discuss these particular 4 is because I feel like they are the first steps that you need to take in order to embrace that journey of moving on. There are so many others, and I'm going to discuss these in another video, hopefully very soon. But to begin with, do these 4 steps and see how much easier it's going to be to move on. Thank you so much for watching today's video. It means so much to me. And I haven't looked at myself in this whole video. Damn. Alright, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and yeah, I will see you all next week with another wonderful session of healing with Ruby from Ruby's Haven of Healing. I don't even know what to call this anymore. Please give me a name. Gosh. Alright, I love you all. Bye. I got something in my eye. I got something in my eye. I got something in my eye. Damn, I look good. These lights are like doing so well for me.